One, and we are live. And check this out.
Thunder, 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 Thundercats! Ho!
I forgot to tell you I had him on there. Yeah, welcome to the Chronoz Show, and I'm Chronos, and this is episode what was it? 114, episode 114, and I want to introduce Ryan. What's going on, dude?
Good to see everyone.
And we have Letitia
Hello.
on the bottom left, and on the top right for the very first time I'm live doing anything of this sort. We got Miss New or New, if you want to call her. How you doing?
Hi.
Are you excited to be here? A little nervous at the
Yep.
moment. It's okay. I have those nerves. This is like every time I I go live, and today we're gonna have some Zelda conversation and talk about our the game came out what, like 3 weeks ago, or are we at two, almost three,
No.
about 2 weeks,
Good question. I think 3.
3 weeks.
It doesn't
They
feel
were like in the third week since the game came out, and we're gonna give a little bit about how we've been doing playing that particular game. It doesn't seem like any of us have beat the game yet, which is good. So we're just kind of like exploring. So if you guys got tips or things you want to say, what you recommend, what you're doing, any fails that you had. I have a lot of fails, and I have to admit I did fight Gan twice, and I got my ass handed to me both times, and it's just far more difficult than Breath of the Wild, 100%. But either way, and then we'll go into some recommended games that we want to give out towards the end. So, other than that, so I would say, Miss New, real quick, can you give us a little bit of this, just your top three favorite games of all time? Just want to ask you that quick.
Eastward is one of my favorites.
Already up there, okay.
Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. And let's see, the Fantasy Life, which was on the DS or 3DS, and I'm excited for the new one that's coming out hopefully this summer.
Nice, nice. Those are some good choices. I just downloaded like an hour ago Eastwood, so we'll see. Eastward.
Eastward.
It's hard to pronounce. I'm saying Eastwood. It's not Eastwood. Eastward.
Eastward.
Yeah, it looks good, and we'll talk about that later at the end. But let's start off with Ms. New. What have you done so far? What can you tell us about your experience in like what 3 weeks of just playing Zelda? Just spill it out. Let us know how you feeling with it.
It's a lot. I always feel with this open world stuff, I always feel there's just so much to do, and like I'll spend so much like time just like exploring, like hiking or swimming or trying to find a stable. That's what I've been doing, finding stables, getting all the towers so that I can travel to and fro. But I like it's like I don't have concept of time when I'm playing. I'm just in there exploring everything. I don't know, hours can pass by. I might not eat just because there's so much to do. in Tears of the Kingdom. I just feel like there's so much more right now than Breath of the Wild.
It's definitely done, like, for me, just I didn't expect a lot of things of the game, and I thought it was going to be just a little bit more bigger than a little bit more, but we find out that the game is like 10 times more larger than Breath of the Wild, so it gives us more. So what are any of, like, do you have any favorite points so far in the game that's some of your best things to do, just whether it's just chilling and exploring or fighting dungeons, or what do you like the most?
I
So far.
definitely like the I don't know if I can say this word, depth, or I call it the upside down. I like the bottom part, the underground, the volcanic world, I guess, of the game. It's new. And I guess searching for the light roots is what excites me, because if you don't have any like those light bulbs or whatever, those little plants, or like a suit that gives off a glow, you're just running around in the dark and like risking to see if you bump into like a monster, or the little hands that come out. And I think that's exciting. I don't know, that's a little weird to say that, but it kind of excites me exploring like that. So that's definitely my favorite part of the game. And also exploring the villages and all the villagers and their little side quests. I like to read what they ask you to do and their little issues. Like one of them, I think, was in Hateno village, was like a mayor vote or something, and there was an issue with like the fashion designer or whatever, and then the actual mayor, like there was this whole fight, and you have to find out who voted for who. That was a lot of fun.
I haven't done that yet, but I should. Oh, wait! I ran into it. I should continue into that part of the story.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty fun, like exploring the villages, and then the upside down part. They have to be my favorite.
How about your least favorite thing to do in that game, or something that's pissed you off, like, oh, like you're just getting annoyed or just don't like?
This is gonna sound so stupid, but I guess it gets too real. So thankfully I remember now, but I died a lot just because I forgot to take off whatever metal thing that I was wearing, and there was lightning around me, and I would just die, and that was like the first couple times that I was playing Zelda, so before all the hearts. And then definitely some of the shrine puzzles are kind of stupid. I don't know. I find some of them just really stupid, and I'm just like, why do we have to do this?
Like the one with, what was it, the Jingo one or something? And
yes, that was so annoying. That was really irritating. There's another one where it's kind of like a roller coaster, and I don't know if you guys have got to that one yet, but you have to figure out how to get the minecart all the way on this winding thing to the goal. And that one was also it was so dumb. Like, it was so dumb to solve it, and it was so dumb trying to figure out how to solve
I've noticed that they're just kind of, I have enjoyed these shrines more than the Breath of the Wild ones, but I do find them like a bit too easy. So far, there's not one shrine that I walked in and I walked out to do later. I found every shrine I walk in, I complete the first time. I wanted more of a challenge. I think the Breath of the Wild shrines were more challenging to me so far. I've done at least about 100 right now. So I'm still looking for like another 50. The thing is like 150 or so. So either way, it's just kind of, just how that feels. Is there something that annoys you in the game? Like, I'll say quickly, if you're walking around and you're walking straight or something, but you're all of a sudden you start crawling on the sidewall. I'm like, dude, it's not what I wanted you to do. Stop trying to crawl in the building or on something. So it's like, there's something for you that you find annoying in the game, or are you overall having better experience?
I think the same thing, that Link will start crawling when I don't want him to do that, or he'll crouch. I don't like that. And then one thing that definitely irritated me entirely, and I hate it, I honestly hate it, was the Great Fairy quests, all 4 of them. One time is okay, but all 4, I like how Breath of the Wild was. It's a little.
Did anyone complete them all? So you complete all the fairy quests? I did. Did anyone else complete the fairy quest?
I've only done
did
3.
as well.
You did? You did? Ryan, did you?
3. I've only done 3.
You did
I
3?
haven't done the one
I
in Hebra.
I think that it was annoying, but the only thing I liked the most out of the entire looking for the great fairies, was that where that little boy was playing like the flute in the tree with the what do you call those little bugs? That was my favorite. I thought it was sweet and really nice, and that's pretty much it. The rest of it sucked, and I was like, screw this. And I can't even. At least I don't know how to upgrade my armor. I thought I was supposed to upgrade it to some kind of max or something. And it's just like whatever. But anyways, go on. Anything else you want to say about your adventure so far? If anything else comes on in terms of, you can say it later. But anything right now you want to express about Zelda Breath of the Wild versus or Tears of the Kingdom?
I do enjoy the music a lot in this game. And I feel like, I mean, I know Ryan hasn't played any of the memories, but I feel like I get to see Princess Zelda much more in what she's meant to do with her destiny and everything. And I love that. You really see her heart in this game. How
Yeah.
much she loves her people and Link and everybody, like how much she cares about everyone.
Sweet. So I did notice. I do love that part of Zelda and the memories of the tears, and I did. I think Letitia. I think you accidentally as well, like me. I think we spoke about it where I was just looking for the tears. I did not expect how I found the Master Sword, and it just like, what the hell? I was just intrigued to go look for that dragon that's flying around and shit. You know, oh, that's so and so. I'm gonna go talk to you. And then I was like, oh shit, Master Sword. So either way, it's just kind of, you know, the experience has been good overall, like amazing. But either way, I'll go into my part later. We'll move on to Letitia. Spill us the beans. Tell us how you feel.
About the game? Okay.
Yeah, yes.
I was waiting for you to finish your sentence. Okay, so I like the game, obviously. The fun part is, and I will agree with Miss New, it's the side quests. It's just that it sucks that it's not rewarding. I can just say that it's fun to do. It's rewarding story wise, like side story wise, but like I'm working so hard to get like a bunch of mushrooms. So that, you know, that kind of, it doesn't discourage me, but I'm sure it would discourage a few people that think they're going to get maybe like a rare item, you know, kind of like Ocarina of Time. You do all these quests to get the big Goron sword. And then it's not even the same. You just get like a handful of mushrooms and go on your way. So that's actually a little critique. Maybe they should give more things for side quests, especially because they do end up getting complicated. Just like the mayor one, that one it took a while to finish just to get mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
I think it's mushrooms and Hylian tomatoes. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Worked really hard for that. And then there's I don't really have anything negative to say about the game. I appreciated that part. Speaking of the tears, okay. I was thinking, like with the tears. Now you learn oh no, it's a spoiler. I'm sorry, Ryan.
Wait, Ryan, are you okay for a spoiler, or we should not?
Damn
it, Ryan. Why haven't you been playing the game?
He's taking his time.
I'm taking my time. I don't want
let him
to
explore
see the story.
it.
I want to enjoy the game. But so like, what is it? Because like I know. So I read online, and I was kind of annoyed, but I was also like, oh, this is fine. I read online why the Master Sword is with the dragon.
Okay. So you read it, okay?
Yeah, no, okay. If that's what you're gonna talk about, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. Yeah.
So when you get to the story of how like with the final tear, and then you find out that, you know, Zelda is the dragon, I'm just like, she goes in the past. You see elements from every single timeline, the child timeline, the adult timeline, if the hero's defeated timeline. There's so many elements from all of them that you see when Zelda's in the very past, with the whole Zonai situation. then you also see that she's in the present, which is the Tears of the Kingdom timeline. And I'm just thinking, like, I think by her going in the past, she merged everything, like all three simultaneous realities of Link dying, Link defeating Ganondorf as an adult, and then Link as a child that tells Zelda about Ganon's plan, and they just continue on with when he tells, I think that's when it continues on to not Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask is the child timeline. I think Wind Waker is the if Link tells Zelda, then it proceeds to Wind Waker. So I'm just thinking, like, all of these are happening at the same time with different realities, kind of like how, you know, the theory is I'm here talking to you guys. There's also me talking to somebody else. There's also me doing, I don't know, pooping or something. There's so many realities of what I could be doing right now. So her going in the past kind of merged all of these at the end. So I think that's how Breath of the Wild became its own thing. Also makes sense why there's Ritos and there's Zoras living together when they're not supposed to. So
yeah, I know. Like, what?
it's crazy. Oh man, this game really, like, because at first I was asking so many questions. Now my questions are answered, kind of.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. It's like I was thinking this time around after the first we did the other podcast, we were confused about more things. Do you feel more kind of like you got more of a notice of what the story is more now? Like you got better answers now this time, now that you've been more into the game, progressed?
Yes and no. It's not official. This is probably like a convergence theory, but so it's official, but it's the only thing that makes sense. And Nintendo never denies anything, so we just have to accept that Nintendo is agreeing with everybody, and they just create their own thing.
I love the Zelda 64 thing ish, where, you know, what's his name, Ganon's like getting on his knee, and you know that scene that's compared to that happened way back in Zelda 64. They show that's almost the same exact scene in this one. I just love the way they did things. That did confuse me too. So I'm getting all this, like how this is kind of mixing together. So I still have to understand it better though.
I think
Go
it's
on.
an Easter egg now that I think about it. At first I thought it was like a remake of like Ocarina of Time, but looking back, especially after seeing all the tears, I think it was just an Easter egg. Of Ganon just always doing the same thing and always getting wrecked. That's what I think.
Okay. I'm trying to make sense of all this. It'll make probably, I hope after we complete the game, will we get better answers to everything towards the end when we complete it. So say that again.
Who wants to complete it? There's just so much to do. Like I want to 100 the map before I even go see Ganon. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting a little annoyed with my search of shrines. I do got the shrine locator. Well, meaning, you know, when you get near a shrine, it starts, you know, beep beep beep, and then it gets annoying when you're going one way and wait, it's not there. You're going that way. Damn, it's got to be in the ground somewhere. Going around the mountain trying to find the damn thing. But anyways, so what kind of points do you have? Are your favorite parts of playing the game?
Me?
Yes, you.
Wait, sorry. So what was the question?
Sorry. What do you what are your favorite parts to play? Like right now, what are your best parts of the game at the moment? Anything compared to since you started first few days compared to now? Are you enjoying the most right now in the game?
It's just the side quest I'm enjoying. I actually discovered I think it's, I always forget the name of that town that's right next to the sea.
Lurelin?
Lurelin. Yeah, I was like luring something. Just finding it completely destroyed. Now I found that I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna do this quest, and then I was too tired to finish it. But yeah, just seeing like things that were in the map, and you have your memories of how it was in the last game, and then this time it's completely wrecked. So little changes like that to the map and turning it into a side quest situation. I cannot wait to find more stuff like that. But I don't know if it's just Lurelin or if there's more. Hopefully there's more. I mean, I did see that one change in Kakariko. No, Kakariko Village. What am I saying? Is it? No.
The name, how you pronounce it?
Where are where's the it's not Hateno, it's the other one.
Terrytown? Terrytown?
No, isn't it? I thought it was Kakariko Village, the name.
I think
Kakariko is the one that's like at the middle right hand side.
With like things that have fallen into the city. And
the ring ruins. Yeah, that's Kakariko.
Oh, okay. So it was Kakariko. Just wanted to make sure. I always confused that and Hateno, but the fact that Kakariko Village has completely changed and now you see a bunch of rocks and all that stuff falling around, the whole map changed. Oh, they used the clan. That's fun too.
Yeah,
I found so many of them. Such assholes.
Yes.
Yeah. That's awesome. Thanks for that, Adrian. Adrian, if you have any other great points in the game, let us know right now, and we'll talk about them. Your favorite parts, Adrian, let us know. Were you going to say something new, Miss New, within that conversation? Okay.
No, I was thinking like it's Kakariko because I always confuse Hateno and Kakariko as well. Like always.
Same, almost.
I think it's like the theme song or something. Like their little theme song.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
But I think anything else that you want to mention? Let me see. Did you any like really annoying points of the game that you find, Letitia, like that you just get frustrated? Like we mentioned, anything that you might find similar, or you just frustrate over something to the game? Maybe
the bottom map. Oh,
the depths.
I hate it. Yeah, I hate the depths. The fact that I want to get the masks that are there and I can't find my way around anything because I keep walking into every walls, no matter how many brooms that I throw around the seeds, and I just brighten the whole place up. It's this endless wall, and I'm just looking around. I don't want to get little treasures with, in every single little mine area. I get these treasures with like useless things. But what I want is the mask, and I only found one, and I don't know.
Those big walls where it seems like you're going. Does it feel like you're going around in a circle, but it's just a big massive wall you can't get up to?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Something I've noticed that I found out yesterday is that down below at the very bottom, around that big ass circle of wall, there's a crack and there's an entrance into all of them. It's weird. It's something that I've been more exploring stuff, and I just finished the as I've done all the 5 stages or whatever, and I've gotten the Yiga clan or whatever that I completed all that in the underground, and I found out that it's like there's these cracks and you got to find the right door passageway within the bottom of those depths. It's annoying, but it's like damn it, it takes you that long. You got to shoot these like with those arrows full of those, what do you call those bright plants or whatever.
Blooms.
I can see how you feel about that, and it's the worst part of me too. But anything else that you want to mention?
Have you found masks there? Because I only found one, and that's it.
Give me a second. Which mask did you find?
I found I think it's like Makar's mask.
Oh, like this one, Makar?
Yeah, his mask.
Hey,
That's it.
nice.
That's the only one I could find, and I found it by accident because I was like, oh, okay. I found a Yiga member and then fought it. I don't think I fought him. I think he threw at me what are they called? The giant Hinox. And I killed the Hinox. Actually, I didn't even kill the Hinox. To be honest, the 4 sages did that for me. And then after that, a treasure appears, and it's the mask. And then someone told me there is more, and I can't find them. I just confused.
Well, they say that the shrines are the light roots. So every shrine that you find, there's a light root there.
Okay.
So that's one thing. Like if you find a shrine in a specific area, there's going to be a light root under it. So that's one thing. Because if you look at the surface map, there's some areas that you cannot go around no matter, like there's like a like a black thing or something. I don't know. Like you can't go over it, and so it mirrors in the underground as well. So there's gonna be some walls that you cannot, no matter how much you climb or whatever, you're not gonna be able to get around it. So you have to see if there's a light route there, just to brighten the area in case there's another way. But that is, yeah, I spent like hours on 2 light routes because I couldn't get around the wall whatsoever, like none. It was very weird. But apparently there's a shrine there, so it kind of gives me a hint. Like I haven't got this shrine, I got the light route, or I got this shrine, but I don't have the light route. So that way,
I found my way to also get into some of those passageways in the underground is by looking to the above map on what's on top, what's up right above that part, and there's usually like one of those entrances that you go in through with the red what do you call it, the red lava stuff or whatever, those big pit holes. I go to the upper ground near that where I'm trying to get to, and if you go up there, you might find it easier going downwards that way if you come from the side and find it. But the mess I got right now that I found in the underground, well, I got the miner's top and the miner's mask. It's just like where your body lights up. It's like a big light. So I don't got the pants, but this is weird. Like I got the Royal Guard boots and the uniform, but not the hat. So it's just kind of like I'm not getting half the stuff, but I only got one complete armor, and it's I don't know how to pronounce it right. It's called the Fierce Deity mask. Deity mask, armor, and the boots. So that's pretty much that one I got complete, and then I got the Twilight Princess Link uniform, the whole thing. So that's my favorite one. I always loved Twilight Princess. But anyways, I'm going to stop there. So LAETITIA, anything else before we go to Ryan?
Nope. Everything is good.
Ryan, go for it. Let us know your feels, what you like, and how far are you, and do's and don'ts.
Real quick before I start in on that, helpful for the depths. If you don't have that mining outfit that apparently glows, I don't have that. Cook up your. I don't know if the bright bloom seeds will work, but the mushroom. There's like a glowing mushroom, and it'll tell you in the description of it. If you cook it and eat it, Link will glow. So like how you get cold resist or heat resist for a certain period of time, you cook and eat that underground, Link will glow. It doesn't go very far, but at least like if you come up to a wall, you can see, oh, there's a wall here. So that helps with a little bit with the traversal. So how far am I? I mean, it's a huge game with a lot of different things you can do in it. So in one sense, that's kind of hard to say. I have done one memory. So I did the sort of quest with Impa, and did the little bit after the first memory. So that kind of shows me where to go next. I've got the paraglider. I have found a bunch of shrines that I'm now going to try and do to build up my stamina and health. I haven't done really any story since Lookout Landing. So since you get like the paraglider and then they're like, oh, here's where you're supposed to go next. I'm like, okay, that's where I'm supposed to go next. So we'll kind of build Link up and hopefully that will not be as much of a struggle when I get to doing that. I'm trying to get a lot of the outfits. I have the full glide suit. I
want that. I want the glide suit.
Yeah, I can tell you where that is. I have the full climbing suit. So that gives you the like Link climbs faster.
So you're going after all like the costumes or you're getting all those goodies.
As many as I can, because like I want to, before I do any of the dungeons or temples or whatever, I want to have.
Hey, what's going on, Nintendo's Haven? How you doing? Go on, right?
Before I do like say the Zora dungeon, temple, whatever, I want to have the full armor set, more like the other areas because the effects. Hi, Dave. so yeah, I'm trying to get some of the armors at least before I start doing the dungeons. I also I finally caved and bought the basic Hylian set, because I was like, no, I'm going to save my money. And then I read online like what it costs to get the Flamebreaker armor, what it costs to get like the Snowcall armor, and I'm like, I don't have this kind of money anyway, so screw it. I'm just going to buy an upgrade. And so now like the Hylian one, 2 upgrades is my strongest. I think I have like 19 defense.
No way, I play around.
Yeah,
Dang,
so
I mean, I like the way you're doing it. You're just kind of like, I'm rushing, trying to do things, and you're just taking your time, preparing yourself before you hit, go into dungeons, man. You're doing it right.
Yeah,
man.
and I want to
I'm struggling.
map the area out as much as possible. So like get all the light routes or get as many as I can in the depths. The towers, I only have 2 towers left. Both of them are in colder areas. I'm doing shrines now, but I have like a bunch of them unlocked. So I basically just fast travel and do them and go on to the next one. You're definitely right that they're not that challenging. I found even the Jenga one, it was more just annoying than like difficult. And I've found like my advice for the shrines would be like try and cheese it if you can. I went into one where there's like these 3 gliders, and it looks like you're supposed to go on the left one and then like attach a card to the bottom, and then you go across, and then it wants you, I guess, to like put a fan on it and go diagonally to the end. And you have to go that way to get the chest. But so then there's this kind of like example one that spawns in and like just flies off right away. And so I'm like, huh. So I'm like jumping across and like landed on it. And so I'm like, okay, here we go. And it doesn't go high enough to get you to the ending platform, but I'm like right underneath, and I'm like, well, we'll just ascend through this. And that worked. And I'm like, okay, this is not how I'm supposed to do this, but screw you. This is how I'm going to do this.
Screw you, man.
Yeah, screw your puzzle. This is how it's done. Yeah. So what were the questions again?
Just basically give us your feel out, like you're saying how you're doing the game, how far you've been. You pretty much anything you dislike about the game, what's your favorite parts about the game. Yeah, let us know. And real quick before you start that, Nintendo guy, that's probably everyone's next big game after we defeat some Zelda. It's a little Pikmin 4. Go on, Ryan.
Favorite parts, I love just randomly exploring. It's kind of like an ADHD game, like, oh, there's something over here, now there's something over here, now like you just every time you get somewhere and you think like this is what I was trying to do, then oh, there's like 3 more things off in the distance, that looks interesting, and so you just drop map pins and go. Real life pro tip, I would say, like I agree with Miss New. I will like, oh, I'm late for dinner now, or oh, I was supposed to go to bed half an hour ago. So real life pro tip, set like some kind of I'm gonna do this at this time.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Check your clock. Giles, nice to see you. Set your clock, or like pay attention to your clock in real life, so that you're not missing when you should be doing things in real life, because this game will just suck your attention. Things I don't enjoy. There's not really that much. I agree the fairy quests were annoying. The first one with the little kid was good, or the younger band member, whatever, how old he's supposed to be. But the one where you got to go down the river, where there's basically like only one solution to it, I'm like, this is a game about like just doing it how you want. Don't give me this puzzle where I can only do it one way. But worse than that was the stupid car one, because like you got to go up the hill and they'll freak out if it tips over too much, but I'm like, it's up a hill. It's gonna tip over. And so I don't even know how I did that one. They just kind of like got close enough to it where when it tipped over, it was like, oh, we're done. I'm like, oh, thank God we're done with this crap. I don't it feels a lot harder, but not in a bad way. I think they're like making you want and need the sages, I guess, like the support characters that I've seen people playing with that I don't have yet. You don't have enough money ever. I feel like there's no good way to get like in Breath of the Wild. It's just like go try gambling or go play some golf at the bottom of the canyon if you want. I never did that. My go-to was the snowballing because I could do that perfect every time. And like this is just a money, but like I'm dropping 20 rupees to get like 300 every time. So I had tons of money. It has been everyone's go-to. The game we're talking about right now for me, Nintendo Savant. What's your game of the year?
Game of the year?
I'm curious what people in chat are saying is their game of the year.
I would say real quick, for me, for most of us, is Zelda will be my thing. I still gotta beat it, but I think we still got contenders. We got that Final Fantasy 16 and other stuff coming out, so gotta watch out. Zelda's a good one, but we got some other good shit out there for real. But go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, no, I think that covers from what I've played so far, what I've found. I know, like, none of the difficulty seems unfair. It just seems like it's tried to make you learn to play the game well. And even certain things that seem difficult, like going into the camps, I wandered into one by accident, getting the one tower, where there's one of those big bokoblins and like a bunch of them were there. And I got the tower and then I came back out and I was just like using the ultra hand to like drop, to basically rain explosives on them. And that actually worked. I cleared that camp out. Tips, I guess I would just say like go explore new places, try new things, mess around with the game and have fun. However is the fun way to play it for you, that's like do that. That's cool. But yeah, that's it for me.
And real quick, for those who are watching right now, don't forget if you like, watching this, subscribe if you want to. Also, everybody on here from Miss New, from LAETITIA, and we got Ryan. All their information is down below. You can also find them in their channels and all the things they have on Twitter, and you can locate them and follow them and subscribe to them and all that kind of cool stuff. And so they are what makes this podcast work. Having amazing friends and people like that here with me. So don't start crying now, guys. Come on. But I'm starting tearing right now. It's the only way this is working. So, but it's good. Just what playing these games is what brings us together. So what we have here is a good team. Ryan, did you want to finish anything before I do my part?
No, go ahead. I said what I need to say.
Okay. I would say real quick, Resident Evil 4 remake. I do want to try. I've loved the original one like to heart. I loved it so much, but that's why the new one, I feel like I gotta try it. The Switch bit, oh man, what's going on, dude? What is going on? I love having you on here, man. Anyone, but again, with you, Switch bit, don't forget to check him out.
His music is good.
Switch bit, I should have him on my description as well. Either way, just for me, my experience playing, let's say so far has been kind of. I did rage a little bit a few days ago playing fighting Ganon. I was being a fool and I thought I could fight him again. And the first time I just wanted to. My first attempt was I almost made it to him. I didn't make it to him, and then the second time I made it all the way through and I was fighting him. And I didn't want to quit, but I had to after so many tries and tries and tries. It's like, dude, no. I had only 19 hearts. So as I've been preparing, I got about 26 hearts now. So it's just kind of just starting to build up. I need to explore more and be all out everywhere so that I can see what's going on and again build up my find more suits and more power, more things. It's just I can't be that guy that always wants to rush in because he's so excited. He just loves the game. But I've also learned to love and explore everything around me. I hated the depths at first, and I'm starting to get used to the way it works. So it's kind of like just how it feels from before to now. So I think I would give a big tip right now for those. See if I can say the word right. I got the game on right now. I'm looking at the plant that's called it's the wild plant that grows in the sun at high altitudes. That's called the sunderloin plant.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
on all the highlands. Collect a bunch of those and cook up a one or two up to five. And when you cook those up, you how do you say those is what heals your broken hearts. So that's what I didn't do with Ganon last time. That fool hit me, he was knocking out 5 or 6 of them like that, and I couldn't revive them. But now this time around, as I'm preparing a bunch of meals, I got a bunch of the sunderloin plants because they can heal up. If you got 5, they heal up to about 16 hearts, meaning they uncrack them and then I can heal them right away. So I gotta get a lot of meals and get a lot of food on the side ready. So when I'm fighting him, I can at least heal myself better now. But I think most importantly is the fury attack is most important fighting him. I'm not gonna go. I can go at him. I think I'm ready now, but I want to be more than ready. I want to conquer and just destroy him. I don't want to like barely make it. Just I want to wait till next week. I was gonna do it. It was supposed to be yesterday where I was. Oh, I'm gonna do it, but I said, no, screw this. I'm just trying to just continue to build my power in myself and now that I've learned a lot more things, I've learned more. I can do, a lot more. So hello everyone who's jumping in and Subway. Well, hey, cool. Thanks for how's that Subway? What you eating? I love going to Subway. But either way, I always get the tuna wrap. So either way.
I think it means like the Metro Subway.
Huh?
He or she, I think means like the Metro Subway, Underground Subway.
I'm thinking is that Subway. I'm at Subway. I mean, but the point is, my experience, I think, is selling a bunch of rocks that you have, building up some of that cash flow you got. Because for me, it's helped me buy a lot of the food and things that I had, the things that I've been buying a ton of arrows. Right now, I think when I went in the last time, I had 60 bombs. This time, knowing what I need, I got about 150 bombs. I got 170 arrows. Most importantly, besides healing yourself with the Sunderloin plant, is collecting on those 2 major items are the bombs and the arrows, because you're going to need a lot of them, because you're not just going to, don't think you're going into the depths and you're going to fight Ganon right away, because you're not. You're going to go in and fight a freaking army. I'm just saying, I don't want to say much, but you're going in there, guns blazing, and he's gonna drop all these, like, what do you call those like horsemen or something like that?
The phantom, the horse, the Lionels.
The Lionel, you'll find Lionels, you'll find a Phantom, Ganon. You're gonna find a lot of those things and more. You think it's like it's peachy, but it's not. You're just gonna go in there. Hold on, let me take this out of the way. You're just gonna what you explored on there. I thought it was gonna be easy to get to him. Like last Breath of the Wild, you can walk into the castle and you're already fighting him. It's not. That's why for me, it's just like after, but it's so like dramatic and so amazing. And so there's some unexpected things that happen that I won't say that you would experience for yourself. And you're like, oh shit, you just get excited. You grow this excitement playing this when you're at the final, getting to that point. So that's why next week is what I'm trying to pull. If I save up as much as I can and more food, like I got my, what do you call it? My bunch of my amiibos, and that's something. If you guys have a bunch of amiibos, they help a lot. So if every one that you use, they give you some food, some steaks or plants and all those things that you need. Amiibos help a lot if you have them. This one, I think my son was playing with them. Look.
Oh no!
I was like, what the? I was like, its head came off. So either way, I just got to put a little glue on it. I was like, dude, what you doing to my? He's only 4. I can't get mad at him.
So funny.
He's the fallen hero timeline.
Yeah.
So no, it's just like I have to. I was going to glue it, but I didn't want to. But either way, all the things that you do in terms of all the. Do any of you guys have amiibos at all right now?
I have illegitimate cards that are like the data
Hold on,
of
Maddie.
the amiibo that I've bought off at Etsy. So I paid like the cost of 3 amiibos Canadian for
Hamza, how you doing?
every Zelda amiibo prior to Link's Awakening and Skyward Sword remix.
Wow.
And they work like it's just a card.
Does it help you a lot though? It does help you through your day, right?
I haven't actually used them yet because I heard you can get all of the outfits without scanning anything. So I would like to try and find them rather than scanning it, but at some point I might.
I wish I had the Wolf Link amiibo.
I have that one, actually.
All right, hand it over. I'll send you this link. I'll just send you the body.
I got it. I got it when I bought. It was for the Wii U. When I got the Twilight Princess Wii U, and it came with it.
Yeah.
It was like a set.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's when I got it.
So it's just. I think. Let me see. Anything I hate. I think I mentioned what I hate about the game. Just you're walking around and you start crawling on the damn wall and you get pissed off. And the depths was more of a hate thing in the beginning because I think the second day I had the game was the first night. The first night I had the game, I fell into a well. Thought I was gonna go into like I thought I was gonna see the bottom, but I kept going down and down and down. I found the depths too early in the game. And I was freaking out, like, what the hell is this? And I found it too early, and then I was just scared, like, I got to get out of here. It took me at least 3 hours to find a way how to get back up to the top. And I realized all I had to do was teleport. So I was like, shit. You know, I was like, all I had to do was that. And anyways, I've explored enough. But it's one of my best parts in the game. Best experience playing the game. Let me see. I'm thinking. I love the dragons. I love finding them. When I see them, I like to fly to them. And I didn't know, but I get on top of them and I crawl all around I walk on or run on their bodies, and they leave all these little rocks on their backs. And you can pick them all up, and you can use them for weapons. So I like doing that. I went down one of the depths, and I went to an area, and it was just sitting there. One of them was just sitting on the edge. And he was just chilling right there. He was not moving. And then when I got real close to him, then the dragon started moving out. I just love the way when the music changes. It's very mystical. It's just, I don't know. I just love the feeling of finding the dragons.
Mhm.
Like I did explain, I do like using the, what do you call those things? The electric Keith eyeballs, or the eyeballs you find. They're like little homing missiles and shit. So it's all the cool little things that, so different. The building aspect of the game I've used a lot less. I like to do that. I don't mind building stuff, but I like riding on my horse and it taking longer to get to one area to another than teleporting really quick. Sometimes I do that, but I just like to maybe if I just get on land and just go around on my horse, I'll find more shrines of my own, and it's been happening. I've been finding a lot of them. So it's just kind of so as much as I want to complete the game, I think at this point now that I feel like I'm ready, but like I said, I want to be more than ready next week and just because I have 26 hearts, I want to at least get close to having. There should be a set of 40, right? 40 hearts maybe, because it's like at the 2 rows. I would assume it's like 40 hearts. So I want a little bit more. See what I can do till next week Friday, and then go in there. I should probably have like over 200 bombs and arrows. I want to be loaded because I think that's the most recommended. The best advice I can give you guys is be loaded with your food products and all that stuff, your meals, and don't forget to get the Sunderloin plants and cook those up, and that way those heal the broken hearts. And I didn't know I can do that, but either way, it's just now that we know, as you know, you gotta do that. It's just something that's valuable for you to do when you're in the final part of the game. But yeah, like Ryan, you're just early on. You're exploring a lot. It's pretty cool. You're just enjoying all that, all the good stuff. And I'm doing that more now. So I'm appreciating a lot more of my gameplay, and I'm learning how to do the Fury attack more because I was never good at it with Breath of the Wild. This time around, I'm getting better. I did beat one of those. What do you call those 3-headed dragons?
Gleeok.
Gleeok.
Yeah, for the other day, I just I thought they were going to be a lot harder, and it was pretty difficult for a little bit, but they look scary. But just go at them. If you got enough shit, go throw some bombs at them. Use some of your, your building stuff. And I don't know. They have those. I have it here. It's they're called the beam emitter. So I have a bunch of those.
Oh, yeah, like the laser.
They're like the little
building.
laser thing. I just have to use them properly because I made a craft before I fought the three-headed dragon, and I had I got like a wing, and I put wheels underneath it. I put like 6 beams on there, and I put the fans on it, and I went after it. It didn't do me a damn thing, and I screwed it up so bad. I'm like, come on, man, I was mad, like shit. I gotta take on him myself because I did it wrong. You see people doing YouTube videos where they put those beam emitters on this flying thing that goes straight to it and it freaking destroys the hell out of it. I thought I could do something like that, and I failed. So it's the cool thing about the game is failing in a lot of building stuff to rebuild and try new things. So it's kind of the best thing about playing this game. So I'm enjoying that. So Miss New, is there something that you want to say that maybe you wanted to say in terms of other things within the Zelda? You got any tips of your own for us, for the viewers?
Really, it's just a question, since you're talking about to be loaded with a lot of stuff towards finishing off Ganondorf. I was wondering if the mudbloods, those flowers you find in the depths, if they actually work on those kind of enemies, because it's these little purple flowers in the upside down, and if you shoot an enemy, like they'll get confused and they'll fight the other enemy.
Oh yeah.
So I wonder if those would actually work, because there's a lot of them down there. If they would work fighting, I don't know. That's something I'm gonna have to find out and see, like risk it all, see if they'll fight each other.
Just save it, maybe right before it, and then try it. And if it fails, then just go back to the last save. I've been doing that before, where I want to try something dramatic. So I'll just save it quickly, and if it fails me, just go back to that save and just skip that part and just move on or something. Hey, real quick, you're late, man. Where you been? The Geek Show. Yo, what's good, man?
But I actually want to talk about what LAETITIA mentioned earlier with the Easter egg and stuff and the whole timeline thing. So I read somewhere online, I have to find the article, but I read that, I don't remember if it was like, I don't know, but I read that this whole timeline thing going on with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, it's kind of like Nintendo is slowly rebooting the entire Zelda series. Like, so it's like reintroducing Zelda to this generation. And so what I was reading was, it's like they're setting aside all the other games prior, and this is like a new introduction or something, which is, to me, it made a lot more sense, because trying to like add everything from the other timelines and all that other stuff that's going on, and try to tie it with this one, like why are the Ritos and Zoras together? And then if you guys played Skyward Sword, you notice that those little stones are like the seeds from Skyward Sword, which, if I remember correctly, they didn't really do much in the game. You just collected them, and I forgot what it was, but it wasn't like a huge thing. And now they're using it here, and they're very important, so just stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting finishing the game and then seeing how that goes. But I do kind of agree that a lot of stuff in these games are just like a bunch of Easter eggs, like from the previous games, like, oh, remember this one's from Phantom of the Hourglass, or this one's from Wind Waker, and all that stuff. And then as far as beating the game, since you've already been to that stage and stuff, Eiji Aonuma already like beat it 20 times already. So I just find that really funny, and I'm just wondering, like, what is he doing? What is he doing to beat this 20 times already?
Yeah.
He's the producer. He has inside info. It's not,
Hey, you know what? I'm
comparable.
trying to find out.
Not comparable.
That's it.
Maybe it is.
Let me tell you something. The biggest mystery that I'm trying to find out is if why is Zelda in Link's house everywhere where she's got books and stuff written in his crib. Down in the basement, there's stuff that like she's with him. Are they together? What's happening?
They
I
gotta
don't know.
be.
I'm falling in love with that. Like, oh, I'm wishing because his old house is still your house and this one, and of course, you got the pictures and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys. There's a picture that you get in Breath of the Wild, something that you do that you have to earn to have the photo on the wall within the first Breath of the Wild, and the same picture is up on this new game. I wonder if it's for everyone or because you know how you can get your. I got my horses from Breath of the Wild. I got the same horses transferred into my Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm wondering if that photo has anything to do with how you. I'm going to do something with you, Ryan, and see what's going on with that. Looks like we got what's going on? What do you got? Tech girls. What's going on? Hey, Geek, real quick. Geek and Switchbit, if you guys are listening, we got to get you guys back on here with us one day soon. I'd like to have you guys on.
I would love that too, man.
For real, Letitia said it right there, Geek. You got to hop in with us and join the crew. I'm thinking in a few weeks or something, I want to prepare something with Miss New and do an all-out her own because we haven't introduced. We did it with Letitia when we first met her, and I want to do something with with Miss New and have her own like her gaming life story and let's talk about these kind of things. So that would be something great to to get into for next time. But anyways, as we keep going, what were you guys saying? Who's talking, Letitia, or about the timeline? Miss New was. Do you want to continue on that? And do you have anything to say about that, Letitia?
That was it.
No,
Anything to help her?
it's literally she got it right. There's elements from all three different situations because when the Legend of Zelda timeline starts, funny thing, the Legend of Zelda first game it's not even one of the first parts of the story, but after Skyward Sword, I think after that was Minish Cap, then there's Four Swords, then there's Ocarina of Time, and Ocarina of Time breaks into three branches. Link snitches on Ganondorf, and then after that it becomes the child timeline, I believe. Yep. Or Link defeats Ganondorf, and then that's the child timeline, and then the adult timeline is when Link defeats Ganondorf. Then there's the child timeline when Link snitches on Ganondorf. Then there's the other timeline when Link tries to fight Ganondorf and dies. So after Ocarina of Time splits to three different possibilities. There's so many games on these possibilities. I think except for the child timeline has was it the adults? That barely has any game. It's the adult. The adult one only has Wind Waker, as far as I remember. Then they all merge at the end because Breath of the Wild has elements from all of them, but we're not sure. It left us questioning a bit until Tears of the Kingdom when you see the flashbacks, breaks everything. It makes everything make sense from there. Now Zelda went to the past. She's the Sage of Time. Doing so, she ruined everything. But she didn't do it on purpose. But just by doing that, there's two Zeldas existing at the same time. Then there's Zelda becoming the dragon, but the other Zelda's still there. It's just a mess at that point. I need to really draw it down to fully be able to explain it. But yeah, it's good stuff.
I still want to get if I can get eventually. I mentioned him before. I know he's busy doing he's doing a lot of busy stuff. I've been wanting to get back on here. Triforce Johnson. I spoke to you guys. I don't know if you guys remember. He's probably one of the best or better than Nintendo with the timeline of Zelda. I text him, but I'm gonna text him again. I had him on a few times, and he's a really cool guy. But he just he's got a couple of Guinness Book World Records and of gaming and things like that, and he's been known to be, always in front of the line, to be the first to get this and that and all that kind of stuff until what's his name came on. But anyways, I'll get more information on him if we can get him because I do want to do a because this is like our midpoint. I want to wait until at least everyone has beat. We're gonna be waiting a little longer because Ryan is just walking around. He's not defeating the dungeons yet.
Taking my sweet
But
time.
whenever Ryan defeats the game, because I'm sure that all of us, the three of us, will have beaten the game by then. Ryan, take your time. No rush. You know, you're great. We love you, Ryan. Don't worry. We'll wait for you, and then we'll do an all out, like in terms of after. You know what I mean? Like after we've all defeated Ganon and give our points at the end. You know, maybe an all around grade point. What do we think of the game? But we're still gonna do more on that in terms of what Triforce. Wait, who was somebody commented?
I'd like to point out that that's a really good point. If there was a game that explains everything, and if they can do the graphics from Twilight Princess, I would die. I would die, be resuscitated, and die again. That would be heaven.
So, I think anyone have Twilight Princess right now? Anyone have an original copy?
I do for the GameCube.
Yes, me too. Anyone else? No. Come on, guys. Come on. There's other fanatics here.
I have the mangas.
That's great. I love your pillow. Anyone got anything Zelda that they could show right away, like instantly, like out of the blue? Like
you know what?
Someone got a tattoo in their hand. Miss New, what do you got, Miss New? Real quick.
I have the Makar pillow.
Okay, and we'll go to Letitia next.
The shield pillow that took me forever to find.
Okay, Letitia, what you got besides your tattoos?
Yeah, well, you got me this. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, that's right. Cool. I sent that to you. What was that, like last year, right? That is, show that closer. That is like the best Ganon artwork ever. I knew when I had it that time ago.
Beautiful. I look at it every day. It's on my desk just so I can look at it.
Don't you dare drop it.
No. Even if I did, I would paint him and I would fix him every time. Thank you.
Yeah,
but if you ever want him back, let me know.
Here's the
no.
Here's the Mabel.
Ooh, yes. Oh, yes, that is.
I don't know.
You can't find those anywhere, can you?
Really?
After Amiibo. Yeah, no, I cannot get my hands on that.
I got this when I was
find these either, they say.
At GameStop a couple years ago, and I grabbed it because I never played Twilight Princess before. So when they released it for the Wii U, that's when I was like, "Oh, I'll get the Amiibo and the game," and there we go.
So you never played it? Ooh, yes.
Is that the light? Or is that
Ryan? What you got? What you got? Anything? Yes. Pull it out.
It's an umbrella. It's an umbrella. It does come out.
Oh, an umbrella.
I have that too.
Yeah.
I have the umbrella too.
And then the only other things that I could find real quick, pre-order bonus.
Oh yeah.
And
the keychain, the glow in the dark keychain.
Somewhere in here I have the Hyrule Historia, and I don't know where they are. They're in the box somewhere. Hyrule Historia and the Creating a Champion, but the special edition one where it comes with like a cloth map. It comes with a spirit orb, like a glass one. It comes with all this extra stuff that you don't get with the main copy. But yeah, I don't know where those are.
Did it come with the little orbs? Because I had the
glass orb. Yeah. It comes out of the little drawer in the bottom of the box.
Yeah, I have that one. Yeah, I have that. That was fun. I also have this frame that I made. I made this, but
that's cool. That was what was on Twitter recently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
I made that.
That is dope. That is awesome. I when I had I was showing you that thing. If you guys haven't seen my video, the second night I had this, it was given a GameStop. I broke it. It's just because I take martial arts and it felt like the same wood that you use, and I did a thing like, just either way. I didn't have no use for it. The only thing I can show really right now, because I don't have much of a collection anymore, is I do have this. It's like a coin.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
It's a coin, and this one, I don't know if you can see it. It's a
that's
Triforce Triforce coin. I just got this coins. That's pretty much it from like a large collection I used to have. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, it's nice that you guys. I love seeing what everyone has, and that was really cool. I like that umbrella too. What is everyone's favorite Zelda game? You guys ready for the Zelda movie? I know I've heard about the Zelda movie recently because the creators of Zelda had said that they would like to do that because the success of Super Mario Bros.
Movie.
Is doing so good. It's actually the second most. It's the second biggest animated movie of all time in history. It just did. It just beat Frozen 1. It's probably just a few weeks away from taking over Frozen 2, but can it? So it might. With sales overseas and all that, can probably do that. It might be the biggest. So that's why they're thinking is Zelda movie. I think there will be a Zelda movie coming out. I think there'll be a Metroid movie coming out. So I think a lot of good stuff is happening. So everyone, real quick, favorite Zelda game of all time?
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker.
Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. I cannot choose. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Ryan?
Mine, it was originally Ocarina just over A Link to the Past. Then it was Breath of the Wild. Now it's Tears of the Kingdom. I just love the open world type games. So, plus Tears of the Kingdom seems to have a lot of good story to it too. So,
Adrian says 4 Swords. I'll tell you this. I love. Sorry, I'm just drinking. I'm drinking water, just so you know.
No more wine.
I agree with Geek for the excuse me, princess.
Yeah.
That's the only time I'll watch the movie.
If they can do that. I love Link's Twilight Princess, and I do love I'd say a Ocarina of Time. I love Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but it cannot beat the times were special to me when I played this as a little boy. I was 12 years old, and it just the feeling every time I play that game. If I do, it takes me back to the nostalgia of where I was at that time, and that's why I have to play that game on its original Super Nintendo. I have to play the Super Nintendo controller. I can't. They have it on, your Switch. It's just not the same. But I still love it's like I love almost every Zelda game. Skyward Sword I liked it, but I wasn't as intrigued as the other Zelda games. Twilight Princess is one of my most beloved ones, but still, A Link to the Past just does it for me. It's just you feel that love, that one, and Chrono Trigger. If you haven't played Chrono Trigger, that's where you get my name Chronos kind of mixed in with Chrono Trigger. If you haven't played Chrono Trigger, you have to put that on your bucket list. I know somebody just put it in their bucket list, so I hope you play Miss New and try Chrono Trigger because it's one of. Hey, did anyone over here play Chrono Trigger?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes. If you like JRPGs, Chrono Trigger is probably the best classic JRPG ever. It might even be the best game. It's in the running for best game ever. It is that good. I would honestly say, because I also really like Final Fantasy, I would say if Chrono Trigger was Final Fantasy 6, it would be a lot clearer for me what's the best one between 6 and 7. I go 7, but if Chrono Trigger was 6, I'd be like, no, Chrono Trigger is the best. It's the best JRPG that classic style one that I've ever played. Did someone say yes? No one can say Chrono Trigger and not talk good things about it.
For real, it's the music and the love. But we'll do like a Chrono Trigger same thing later another time. But it's just if you grew up with something, you'll love that. If it's movies or gaming or something like that. But let's see. Let's get towards the end here. Because I usually aim for an hour. We're over that. But let's see.
Geek asked.
I haven't.
Geek asked the question. about Zelda. I don't know if you saw it earlier. I don't know if he's
Who
Was
was
it this
Zelda
one?
from Link to the
Yeah.
Past?
Isn't she just the princess in that
I
game?
think he's talking about there's a line of dialogue in the game where she's gonna like explain something to him and then it doesn't ever finish. Is that right, Geek? Is that
I
what you're
wonder.
asking about? If
That
that's what he's asking about.
NCU begun.
I mean,
So-
I don't know. Maybe they're related somehow based on like the uncle knows to go straight to the castle. So like, is there some kind? Also, like she telepathically talks to him. So
I see.
at the start of the game. So like, yeah, what's the whole deal with that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just in other games that I've played, where the uncle, there's somebody that knows, like the Hyrulean family or whatever. It's because they were a knight, or like they would make a sword for somebody in there that was important. That's the tie-in, from what I understand. But yeah, maybe he was related or something.
Yeah.
It might have just been that the uncle worked for the Hyrulean royal family. That's how most of the games are.
Nintendo Savant, if I'm saying it right. I'll tell you this. Let me show this real quick before we get to our final part of the segment. We're going to talk about real fast recommended games. Give me a sec. Let me grab something here. If I can get to it. Dang it, where is it?
Well, you're looking for that. The other thing you can do to get, I mean, not to get games cheap, but like if you're already going, apparently Japan has a lot of easy to get cheap copies of, like if you look in like thrift stores, dollar stores and stuff like that, you can get copies in good quality. You might not be able to play them if you can't read the text, but also you have to pay to go to Japan, so that's like $1,500.
So for Nintendo Savant, Chrono Trigger. This game I bought because I couldn't find the original, and because all my games here are all originals except for this one. It plays the same exact as my Super Nintendo, but you can find the original for $500, pretty much, at most places. But this copy was $25. You just gotta find those people. There's always gonna be somebody making these replicas. And just look online. Guarantee you will find that place that will sell the same game for $25. Chrono Trigger will play right on your Super Nintendo if you have a Super Nintendo. That's how I got to this one. You can play Chrono Trigger on your cell phone. I got it on my cell phone too.
Yeah.
So you just pay $10 for it.
Okay.
So there's other ways you can buy $25 original. Well, not original, but like one of those make ones. And scalpers can be a little something here. What are we going? How far can I? I
don't know how I feel about that. I have mixed feelings about that comment.
Oh, I traded
it away
for Lufia 2. Yeah. We're gonna do this real quick, and Letitia and Ryan recommend the game. We'll get to Miss News right after, and I'm gonna play this real quick. And I got the right one. I'm gonna play I'm not gonna say what game. You're just gonna see it. We're gonna watch the trailer quickly, and then they're both gonna tell us why they recommend the game for you guys to play. If I do this right, share screen again, and I can go to. Share.
Fighting in order to live, and living to fight. That's the way of our world.
It does look amazing.
Ionios.
Tell me, what would possess you to side with them?
We're fighting because there are enemies to kill.
I refuse to believe you're him.
I knew it. I saw this coming.
You're not enemies now.
Fine for you, isn't it? All that time you've got.
You could try to move forwards again.
How can our lives be so snapping little to you?
They're not your friends anymore. They're his few.
Sword march. The land pierced by a great sword. It's the only way you're gonna defeat the real enemy.
Whatever life is lost, I won't let you soldier it all alone. What good filling up these flickering clocks in our eyes? It will never replace the friends we've lost. The flame clock, it has to go.
Ouroboros abhor this world. They must be erased without a trace.
This is something I'll probably put on my bucket list eventually. Maybe towards the end of the year. So Ryan and Tisha, we'll go to Tisha first. Why do you recommend that game to us? Who hasn't played it? I haven't played it.
Okay. First, before I go with that, I'm going to apologize, Siggy, because I still didn't beat the game. I love the game, but I never beat it. I recommend it because it has good story. It's fun. And yeah, like it's actually pretty easy for a beginner that wants to get into the series but are not sure. If they want to try with number 3 and just start with that, they can do that. It's I think gameplay wise is very fun. I'm sorry, I'm at the end of the game. I just need to log in and play for like 2-3 hours and then I'll beat the game. It's just I get distracted, okay? But it's a very good game. You can easily rack up hours. There's the DLC as well that came out. So highly recommended. Again, I am ashamed that I've never beat it.
At least she admits. She admits.
Yeah, at least I'm not at the beginning island on Tears of the Kingdom. So.
Oh, shots fired.
Anyway, Brian, why do you recommend?
Why do I? Okay, first of all, I have to apologize to Geek because he had 2 copies of Chrono Trigger, so that's okay. You're spreading the love to trade it away. That's different. Anyway, why do I recommend it? Because I love Xenoblade. It's one of my 4 top franchises. It, as a series that's only had like 4 entries, is probably the most consistent. If you like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, you're gonna like it because, or you'll find some things you like about it because 3, as Letitia said, is one you can pick up and get into, but also it has a similar sort of, not quite as open a world, but like it every time it moves you into a new area, you can go and kind of explore through that area. Things open up to you through the course of the game. But they're generally pretty broad areas that you can kind of run around and do whatever in and like fight some things and level up. The combat, if you don't like standard JRPGs, it's more fast paced and more like you gotta think about what you're doing, but like you can go into battle and just kind of like try and see what you can do. And the other reason why, if you like Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild, Monolith Soft that made the Xenoblade games assisted on both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom with the environment and world, like building that up, helping Nintendo do that, because they have experience with that. Any Xenoblade is a good one to start with, but like Letitia said, 3 is good because it kind of like takes elements from the other 2, but you can just jump in and play it. That said, yes, the DLC is good. Do not start the DLC without having played at least the main games for 1 and 2, because they're doing like a huge lore drop on what's going on. That's solely from like reading online. I have not started the DLC, like the story DLC, because that came out 2 weeks before Tears of the Kingdom. I'm like, Nintendo, please. Ain't nobody got time for that. Like, you can't like both of these things, and yeah, no. Why did you do that? But yeah, no, it's good fun, and it's very story based. So again, if you like story and lore, there's a lot of good story and lore to it. The characters are very endearing. The characters in 3 are especially endearing. But then you may find you have a differing amount of love for the previous 2. So, but I would still say 3 is a good one to start with. And I just generally, as I said, I love Xenoblade, so I will take any opportunity I can to be like, play Xenoblade. Not enough people are playing this series. This is the people that made Xenogears, which also didn't get enough love, and it didn't get the chance to be what it could be. Same with Xenosaga, same company, didn't get the proper chance. They've actually managed to completely tell some story that they want to tell, and they have opened the chance to do more with that because they ended up with Nintendo, and so that's awesome. So I support that. I appreciate what they're doing. I love the series. Please play Xenoblade. That's all I have to say about that.
I will definitely give it a try, and I'm thinking it's because for me, with the time I have with the changes in my life, losing weight and working on, my 4-year-old son and playing Tears of the Kingdom. And my next game will be the next one that we will present, and then I'm thinking I should give that because I don't have any big games unless it's Metroid Prime 4, which will be probably next year. Or maybe in 10 years from now. Who knows when the frick that game is going to come out. But real quick, I would say let's play this one. This one is recommended by, I won't say it, and let me get to it. Let me go to the, and Miss New will tell us afterwards why she recommends this game. So let's present, do this here, share screen, and get the right game. I'm actually digging this game. I just downloaded this like a few minutes before we got started. So hold on. Oh, I love this. And I haven't even played it yet. It's like one of those indie games that just makes you feel like you're back in nostalgia playing back in the day. Eastward. Okay, so let me stop. All right, Ms. New, please tell us why do you recommend this game to us?
I'm trying not to get sentimental because I really love this game. It's RPG. I'm an RPG gamer. I love the apocalyptic part of it. I'm a huge Stranger Things fan, and I love the 80s. I love all the 80s movies. Lots of action ones like Stallone, Van Damme, and Schwarzenegger. And so this game reminded me of my childhood and the music I used to listen to, and then when I first started gaming, and it kind of just brought all of that together. And so the story, the characters, you get to fight with a frying pan as opposed to like a sword or anything like that. It's a frying pan. You can upgrade it to a really nice frying pan. And then you also can cook recipes to help with your health and stuff. The little main character Sam is really cute. I have the little doll here.
Cool, cool.
And I don't know, the music is great too. I've downloaded the music. It's on my Apple iTunes. I actually ordered the vinyl for that, and I'm waiting for it to come home already. But like the music was really great. So I highly recommend for everyone to try it. I love the thing I love about Nintendo Switch are all the indie games that are available. Like it's amazing like how many games are out there and they're all different and new. And I love that. And yeah, this one, like for indie games, as far as it comes to indie games, I highly recommend Eastward.
I think when we spoke about it, I just looked at the trailer once and I freaking was hooked. I mean, for me, and I just like that feeling. So I'm just gonna, I don't really, if I have anything to recommend, will be that game as well. Everyone recommends Breath of the, Tears of the Kingdom. Next time I'll have something more to show. But in terms of this one, yeah, I definitely love, and I can't wait to try it out. I want to play it now, but I got to get back and finish off Tears of the Kingdom because I think I might get lost and because of the way the game's going to make me feel. I'm going to really love it, and I can't be playing two games and going crazy at each of them when I think by next week I should get it done. And oh man, I was just playing the intro and then I stopped for a second. It's like, no, hold on, I got to stop for not get into it. So either way, yeah, those are some great games to recommend. But let's get to the how do you say, the closing here. We've been over the freaking an hour and a half. That's great. I don't mind it. I mean, if you guys, I know we all got things to do. Maybe we're hungry or we got people to attend to, or maybe we just want to sit down and play our games, or whoever's got a stream or whatever. We all got lives, and I want to make sure that you guys can do your thing. Any last finishing statements you want to say about everyone real quick to list our closing statements of what you want to say about Zelda, last minute tips, anything you want to finish off? We'll start off with Letitia.
Last statement about Legend of Zelda?
Of Zelda, anything you want to say, last minute tips, or anything you want to say about your experience today, or anything you just want to finish off?
For anybody who's playing Tears of the Kingdom right now, don't rush. Don't try to beat Ganondorf. There's no point. Enjoy the game, because at the end, even if you beat Ganondorf, so what? You'll just get like a little snippet of the story, which you can easily go on YouTube and find out and continue playing instead. So I would say just enjoy going around the map. Like I refuse to finish the game. So yeah, that's my tip. Enjoy, have fun. And if you like to stay on the beginning island for God knows how many weeks. Sorry, geek.
Ryan's still on the beginning islands. He's still trying to.
No, Ryan just got out of the island. No. He finally got out.
She's throwing shade at Geek. Poor Geek.
Geek is still on the island. Oh my god! I just want to swat him off the island and just go. You can visit the island anytime. I went back on the island to get some hot peppers up there. But yeah. Take your time, guys. It's a fun game, and I don't even think 200 hours can cover half of the quests. So don't go to Ganondorf yet, I would say. But I probably would have to, because the next podcast we're going to talk about that. But until then, take your time.
We're gonna head right across. We'll get to Ryan. Your finishing statements.
The only other thing, like, I'm loving this game as much as I loved Breath of the Wild. This is giving me all the same things, but more game to play, and I love that. If I had one more tip, it would be, don't be afraid to, if you have a question about the game. I know people are like, oh, I'm going to get spoiled on things. I've found there's some very good resources Nintendo Life is not bad. IGN is questionable just because they, I don't find the way they kind of curate things to necessarily be the best. But Polygon in particular, I found was very good for like really segmenting. So you can find specifically, like if you want to, there's a certain armor set and you want to just look at where to get that. It has it. So you can just click that and you don't have to look into like anything spoilery that you want to avoid. I mean, the first Zelda game says it's dangerous to go alone, and the guy gives you something. So I'm not giving you something to take, but like, take the help if you need it. But also like, don't be afraid that you're going to get spoiled on something. I have not really found, other than the dragon thing, I have not found that many spoilers unless you kind of go looking for them or you don't have things muted properly on social media. Yeah, I guess that'd be all I have to say. And play the game how you want and enjoy it. Aonuma also says so. So playing the game how you like is the way. Like, good for you. Do that. That's all I have to say.
Okay, now. Okay. Thank you for that, Ryan. Ms. New, your finishing statements on Zelda, any last minute tips, your ending statements.
I agree with everyone, like playing it at your own pace. Don't rush just because I'm seeing a lot of Twitter where like some people are like way ahead and stuff, and others that are like frustrated because they feel like they're missing out. And I mean, like I've been saying multiple times, this game has like so much to do. To me, it's overwhelming. So definitely playing at your own pace and just taking your time with it, exploring everything. Based on what Chronoz was saying about fighting Ganondorf, I guess prepare. Make sure you're confident and ready to take on his team, I guess, because sounds like we're gonna fight a lot. Sounds like a whole battle. But
you don't want to know. You're gonna have to find out.
But also, thank you to everyone for allowing me to be here. This was a lot of fun, and getting to meet all of you and sharing so much love for gaming in general. This is really amazing.
Cool. Thank you so much. I want to give out a final tip. If you guys can figure out right in front of the Hyrule Castle, there is the tower right in front of it, where you got everybody gathering together. I don't know how you call it. Everyone's together but then right before that, hold on, I can't turn it on. Right before there's the castle, there's the first tower, and right after the first tower, there's the first little hole you can drop in, the one you can drop right in to get to the depths. That one right there, the first one right in front of that tower. Remember the castle, tower, and then the first hole you can go right into, which can be explained better. But drop into that one, and if you're looking for bombs, that's the go down, land on the ground, and on the left side, you just gotta go to the left and you check all the trees, and they're all around all the big trees, and just keep going to your left and go down, because you can get up to 40 to 50 of them like crazy. I've been hunting them down and going in different spots, and you can buy them at the Gerudo place, but you can just get them for free. Just go hunting them. I'll try to maybe do a little short video on, because I think people have done videos on how to hunt them for bombs, but where I found them are like crazy, like where I have to point out the directional part, how to find them. But anyways, either way, final statements for me. I think today's episode has been amazing. I think I don't try to do much advertisement as I do, like I used to do like weeks prior. It's just I did it today, and it turned out so great. We've had great people pop in, amazing people. Just in terms of, we had let's see, on the top, I'm going to the top of the list. We've had Agent Perez. We had the Nintendo Savant. We have Dave Wilson, the Geek Show. We had Tech Girls. Let's see, go down, and see pretty much everyone that we had. What's his name? We got Joel Lopez. But if you guys like please hop on, check down in the description and find myself Chronoz. You can find on Twitter for the next podcast. I think the next one would be to interview Miss New and get her life story in gaming. I think it'll be fun. We'll be talking a little bit about a lot of everything, her life and gaming, and I'm sure that there's always healing with that, with life and ventures, and that for me, what it does for me at this point in my life is gaming is life. That's the way it seems. When you're going through my troubles, I want to see what does it do for Miss New, and it's just for fun. And get her beginning life story from when she first played a game when she was a child, or however it started. Her love in gaming came from somewhere. So we'll find that out later. We're going to do another podcast with afterwards when we've all defeated them. It probably, I would say that's not going to last until maybe, because Ryan is taking his time, which is fine. There's no hold back on Ryan. We'll do one where we all get together and well, I think I'm trying to think. Right now we're just started June. So at the end of July, maybe August 1st for that one, unless Ryan beats it sooner, let us know. But again, everyone take your time. Do not rush through the. I've tried rushed. I made the mistake by trying I tried to take my time and then I rushed because I want to know the story. And then if I get in twice and I get my ass handed to me twice, and I've rushed it, but I wanted to also see what I'm going to. So I would explain earlier on what to do and the Sunderloin plants and cook them up so that way they can heal your broken hearts. So be prepared for that final battle, but don't even worry about it right now. Just play it. Don't be like those speedrunners who beat it. That one last speedrunner beat it in under an hour. Are you shitting me? Like I don't know why would you do that? It's no point in doing that just because you want to feel awesome. Whatever. The first guy did it in 90 minutes. The other guy did it under an hour. Okay, those guys are pros, major pros, and if you want to be a real pro, take your time, enjoy the game, play it through heart. If you love Zelda, if you got tattoos on your hands with the Zelda symbols like LAETITIA does, you want to take your time. Hey, can you show it to us real quick?
Your left hand's got the Sheikah.
Yeah. Come on. Did you ever show it to us? For real. Look at that. So it's like, I think I've been wanting to do something, but we'll see. We'll see what my idea is. But anyways.
Oh, sorry, my mic was off. Yeah, sorry, guys. My mic was off. I was like, yeah, look at my Sheikah nails right here. And then, yeah.
Oh, the nails too. What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So I like the fact that you guys came, both the ladies came with their Zelda attire, and it's amazing. It's awesome. Ryan and I got a ugly bed behind me. I got to be more decorative behind me.
Zelda attire, like clothing wise?
Or everything.
Oh, yeah, no, I have like some plain shirt because I was out on.
You were at the beach today, chilling. At least you were out enjoying your time at the beach. I was at the gym, like I am every damn day. I'm gonna be at the gym tomorrow. At least you're, enjoying the beautiful weather out there that everyone's having. So it's cool. It's cool. So other than that, I am very proud and happy that Miss New came today in her first ever live appearance. So it's great. I hope that we can continue this and enjoy her experience and her time in this, because I think it's fun. I think we all got a connection here together. We got a nice little fun group. I hope to have the Geek Show pop in with us too, because he's always a funny guy and he's got good stuff to talk. I had him before. He's always great to have. And I've had a lot of people come on before. We had a lot of voice actors and things like that and pop in, and I want to kind of chill on that and just focus more on my friends and people, and then go back to voice actors later towards the end of the summer and the fall. But I'm still working on other people, but that's a whole other thing. Whatever that happens, I'll let you guys know. Let me see, anything else I want to finish off? I think I pretty much said everything. It's just been a great, incredible podcast. Like I said, it's just, I do this because I love doing it. And that's what it means. You do what you do because you love doing it. I ain't trying to get big numbers or nothing, but if you love the show, if you like seeing us, find us again. Find me on Twitter and all that. Everybody's info is in the description down below, so you can find us all. So, either way, all right. So let's get to the outro. I'm gonna play the outro, so if you guys stick around, I can say bye to you guys after the show ends, and let's play it. So again, thank you those for watching, and we will see you guys all next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Thunder, 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 Thundercats! Ho!